The American dream has always been sold as a promise. Work hard, play by the rules, and one day you'll own a home, raise a family, and live a stable, comfortable life. But what if that promise quietly came with a deadline? What if the dream still exists, but only for those who arrived at the right time? Today, more people are asking a dangerous question that no one wants to answer honestly. Is the American dream dying? Or did most of us simply miss the window? Stay with me until the end, because once you see the numbers, the trends, and the hidden rules, you may realize the deadline is closer than you think. The idea of the American dream was never just about money. When the term was popularized in the early 20th century, it represented opportunity, freedom, and upward mobility, the belief that your future was not limited by where you were born. For decades, that belief was supported by reality. Wages grew alongside productivity, housing was affordable, education opened doors, and each generation reliably earned more than the one before it. This upward momentum created trust in the system, and that trust became the foundation of modern American identity. But somewhere along the way, the math stopped working. Today, the cost of achieving what used to be considered a normal life has exploded. Housing prices have risen far faster than wages. Healthcare costs continue to climb. Education requires decades of debt, and retirement is increasingly uncertain. Studies estimate that achieving the traditional American dream now costs several $million over a lifetime, a figure that most workers will never earn. This isn't about poor budgeting or lack of effort. It's about a system where the price of entry rises faster than income. At the same time, social mobility is declining. In the past, the vast majority of Americans earned more than their parents did. Today, that number has dropped sharply, especially for Millennials and Gen Z. This means that for the first time in modern history, younger generations are working just as hard, often harder, yet moving backward financially. When effort no longer leads to progress, faith in the dream begins to collapse. What makes this even more troubling is that success is becoming increasingly tied to where you start, not how hard you work. Wealth inequality has created invisible barriers that protect opportunity for those at the top while quietly blocking everyone else. Access to good schools, safe neighborhoods, elite networks, and financial safety nets compounds over time. The result is a system where the American dream still exists, but it is increasingly reserved for those who were already close to it. This is why so many people feel exhausted, frustrated, and disillusioned. Online, you'll find millions of stories from people who did everything right and still fell behind. They went to college, worked full-time, avoided reckless spending, yet remain unable to buy a home or build long-term security. For them, the American dream no longer feels like motivation. It feels like a broken promise. So does the American dream have a deadline? Not a specific date, but a generational one. The rules that allowed previous generations to succeed no longer apply in the same way. That doesn't mean opportunity is completely gone, but it does mean the dream is changing. The traditional version, stable job, affordable home, predictable future, is becoming rarer with each passing year. Yet here's the part few people talk about. When one dream dies, another begins to form. Some are redefining success around flexibility, location independence, digital income, and personal freedom rather than ownership and permanence. Others are rejecting the system entirely and searching for opportunity beyond borders, careers, and conventional paths. Whether this new version of the American dream is better or worse depends on one thing: awareness. Because once you understand that the dream has a deadline, you stop chasing illusions and start asking better questions. Questions like who really benefits from the system, how power and money flow, and what version of success actually aligns with your life. And in the next video, we're going to expose something even more unsettling: why the system needs people to believe the American dream is still alive, even if most will never reach it. That's why you should subscribe now, before that deadline closes completely.